afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Josh Guillory Show. I am your grateful host. And in studio with me, my main man, Jamie O'Shell.
Trying to keep you from pressing buttons.
No way. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Absolutely. We're broadcasting live from the KPEL studios over here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Also broadcasting live on Rumble. That's where I want to see you right now. Rumble.com. Let's go over there. Give us a little chat. Follow us if you are inclined, but definitely go over there and see us. We want to see you over there at Rumble. You can get to us on all our social medias as well. But the easiest way, Rumble.com, the Josh Guillory Show. Alrighty. Man, lots to talk about. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I think a lot of focus, obviously, on Charlie Kirk's memorial yesterday. Very moving. Very moving. I think two things, a lot of things came out of it. But I think two things that came out of the memorial for sure is, one, his widow, Erica, very classy lady, very, very strong. She's got a lot to pick up. She's embraced a lot too, and she's agreed to not only take on the charge, grab the torch, but lead it. And but she's also a mom and she's a widow. And she spoke from the heart. Spoke from the heart, gave some forgiveness, gave some strength, gave some peace, comfort. Very, very strong family that was. Also, the second thing that we could take out of it is President Trump and Elon Musk shaking hands in a moment of unity. Thought that was good. Thought that was good. So let's talk about a few little facts here of things that happened over the memorial service. Really, what came after. Erica Kirk told the packed crowd at State Farm Stadium that she forgives her husband's killer. And she said, it's what Christ did. And it's what Charlie would do. It's what Charlie would do. She even quoted Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8, one of Charlie's favorite verses. Here I am, Lord. Send me. Erica recalled private moments of their marriage, like Charlie writing her a love note every Saturday, and described seeing a faint smile on his face even after his death, which gave her peace that he didn't suffer. She announced she will now serve as CEO of Turning Point USA, continuing Charlie's mission and vowing no assassin will ever stop us from standing up to defend our rights. The memorial also brought together, as I said, President Trump, Elon Musk. This comes after a little bit of silence lately, but that silence followed months of public disagreements. The two men shook hands inside a suite at the stadium. Musk later posted, quote, for Charlie, with the photo of the two on X. President Trump praised Charlie's ability to capture young people and revealed he once told him he had a good chance of being president one day. He's probably right. Probably right. Did you catch any of it?
The memorial?
Yeah.
I did. I watched, it was hard to watch the Saints game yesterday.
And, that was tough. Saints were bad.
I did catch Erica Kirk's remarks, and I mean, wow.
Yeah.
What a shining example of what our kids should look towards. You got that with Charlie. I mean, yeah. he was a perfect shining example of how to be a young adult. But who are we to even doubt that his wife would be the same way?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful, beautiful service.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the folks that were in attendance, like that there was diversity, liked a lot of it, man. Just liked a lot of unity. And but not just that, just remembering a good human, a good leader, good American, someone that, all of us are bettered because of his existence and his work.
Yeah. And will continue to be bettered because of what he's done. So, and future generations will benefit from it as well.
And on that note, because it was more than just a farewell. I mean, it's not, hey, bye, Charlie, see you later. No, of course not. It was more of a declaration.
100,000 people there.
Like, his work goes on.
Mm-hmm.
That was way more. That wasn't farewell. We're declaring something here.
It wasn't a funeral. It was like they said, it was a celebration.
Yep. Almost like a rallying cry too, though. Erica's forgiveness wasn't weakness either. I've heard some pretty nasty things out there, and you guys probably have too. But that forgiveness, it's man, it was sincere, and that's what you want to see, and that is strength. That is strength, because that is not. Oh, it's real easy. Oh, forgive. Yeah, yeah. Okay. That guy shot her children's father. That guy shot her very young husband. That was strength. That moment, that very moment of forgiveness, that act of forgiveness, that moment carried the gospel into a stadium of 90,000 people, into 100 million watching worldwide. That's a message America needed to hear. She reminded us that Charlie's legacy is faith, service, courage, not bitterness, not fear. No. At the same time, like I said, we did see Trump and Musk. That's good. Putting differences aside, it wasn't about just the handshake wasn't just about Tesla's stock or the one big beautiful bill.
I didn't take any ketamine today because solemn event. It's cool.
Yeah, but I think and definitely Elon took it to X, on a unity mark or unity point of unity. But people notice, they notice when two giants set aside disputes for a fallen friend. I think that moment was big. I think that moment was needed too. I mean, look, hey, us folks in the radio and the podcast area, we may have a little fun with Elon and Trump, whatever that was. But there was a lot of good that came from it. A lot of frustration came from it too. Maybe we could talk about that one day. But here's the bigger takeaway. Charlie Kirk built Turning Point into a movement because he believed in the energy of young Americans. He stood for free speech, for faith, and the Constitution, and he was consistent about it. That's something we all need to do. Even when our people who we support, they go against our principles, our values, our American values, our Constitution, where's our duty lie? Is it with the guy we like or gal we like? Or is it with the policies we've come to love and need to survive? At least the country we know. The country of freedom. But he never backed down either. And that's why he was targeted, amongst other things. That's why his widow had to stand on that stage and declare, the mission is my mission. The mission is my mission. That's Erica Kirk. All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back. Can't wait. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show, broadcasting live from the KPEL studios here in Acadiana. We're also broadcasting live from Rumble. Let me see you over there at rumble.com. There we go. Like Rumble in the Jungle, just look up the Josh Guillory Show. That's us. That's us over there. All righty. Hey, is this breaking news? Is it? It's silly news, but it's breaking news.
Say it is.
Is it breaking silly news? Guys, I know you were on pins and needles for this. ABC is returning Jimmy Kimmel's show tomorrow.
Yay! Ba ba ba! Woohoo!
We were outraged.
I was so upset. Thank goodness it's back.
But Disney and ABC, y'all were mad. What happened? What happened? Let's see here. So, a Disney spokesperson, we're getting this off of Fox News, quote, "Last Wednesday, we made the decision to suspend production on the show to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country. It is a decision we made because we felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive."
You think?
Whoa. Ooh, good. Wow, you went on a limb on that one. This is them talking. We have spent the last days having thoughtful conversations. That word thoughtful, it comes up a lot with those
What they
elites.
thinking about?
You know, like thoughtful text messages. Remember that with the shooter? Thoughtful. They had thoughtful conversations with Jimmy.
Little Jimmy. Little Jimmy.
And they said after those conversations, we reached the decision to return the show on Tuesday.
Praise be.
They couldn't even make a week.
Martha Jean was upset.
Oh, she wrote the show.
Martha Jean still thinks they got people jumping in, bikinis on trampolines in there.
Oh, the old show, yeah.
Yeah,
Martha
back when
Jean.
Jimmy Kimmel was entertaining.
Yeah, he was a comedian.
You remember when he'd do the mean tweets? I thought that was fun. That was like,
he used to have some moments.
Yeah. But it all started with COVID. And apparently he's got a child with special needs. And I look.
I remember we went on there crying.
Oh, I'm right there. I got a child with special needs too, but I'm not going to use my child to push an agenda like he did. And it was just ridiculous. He's like the male Rosie O'Donnell.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was kind of his first breakout, right? When he walked up there and he was like on TV, because that was out of character for him.
Yeah.
And
he's been belligerent ever since.
Yeah, man. Just anywho. So let's see here. They go on to say that it was pulled off, last Wednesday. And, remember, he's the guy that made some remarks about Charlie Kirk's assassin, made some jokes about how conservatives were mourning. Remember all that?
Yeah, he said, conservatives are treating this guy like he's anything but one of their own. Like he's a MAGA. Like, no, he's not. He was in a relationship with another guy. Like,
you're talking about the shooter.
Yeah, he is so far removed from MAGA. There's nothing great about this guy.
No, them and all those other touching, not thoughtful, touching text messages. Was that the same? Isn't that the same network? ABC?
ABC is the
dude. ABC, man.
But thoughtful is different than touching.
I agree. But
thoughtful means they put some thought. But come on now, it's ABC and
I'll let you take touching.
Touching's how we got in this. Anyway.
Yeah. So anything else on this?
I'm curious to see because
Kimmel did. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, he said, they decided to suspend the show after two major affiliate owners, it's network. So these two major ABC affiliate owners, they're like, you know what, man, y'all could take a hike. I'm done with all this woke stuff. I'm done with this dude. He's not a comedian anymore. We agreed to be a partnership with y'all. Mm-hmm. He's supposed to be a comedian, not this political activism. Go back up.
Well, Nexstar and Sinclair are the two networks that did it.
But here's the key. Kimmel was like, hey, Disney, I don't care. I'm not apologizing for my comments. He's still, now you correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think he's apologized. Disney,
not that I've seen.
He told Disney and ABC he was not.
But I mean, you're blatantly wrong. Whatever. That aside, all I'm saying is that Trump has not gotten involved to this point.
Oh Lordy!
I do have some concerns that have grave concerns that he's going to get involved in this, and that would be the wrong thing to do.
What y'all think?
Let the people decide.
What y'all think? Y'all think Trump's getting involved in this one? I don't think he is. He has no win. There's no win here.
Let me quote him from yesterday's service.
Oh God!
I hate
yes.
my enemy, my opponent. I do not want to see them succeed. He self-admitted that he likes to crush people.
Yeah. Okay. So does a lot of people. I mean, really. Seriously. So do a lot of people, and that's sad. But you know,
the market dictates.
I felt like that before. I ain't gonna lie. I felt like that before. I'm working on it though.
We all have, but I mean, let the people decide it. They don't like it. Look, it's worked. Sinclair, Nexstar, keep it up.
Yeah. So the two affiliates, Nexstar and
Sinclair,
those are two major ones.
Yeah, they own multiple stations across hundreds of stations across the country. So
the question is, are they put them back on?
That is the question.
And do they have a contract with ABC to put them on? You see what I'm saying?
So as an ABC affiliate, you're contractually obligated to carry the network programming, and you know they have predetermined times that are your time and their time.
Yeah.
So I would say yes, but again, if it goes against, like they said, if it goes against some your morals, you can choose.
Yeah. Well, no, I thought you were going somewhere else on a contractual, like against some of their beliefs. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that. First, let's see if they air him. If they air him, well, then we know our answer. If he didn't, if they don't air Mr. Kimmel's show, then, you know, we'll see what happens. I'd love to cover that because this is very interesting, guys. This is pressure from the ground up. Usually we have the network at top telling the little guys, this is how it's going to be. Mm-hmm. And that might be the case here. I don't know.
Remember when NYPD Blue came out for the first time?
Yeah, I do.
That was the first time they're going to show some buttocks on TV.
Ooh.
And use some cuss words they hadn't used before.
Oh.
And there was some pushback. There was a bunch of ABC stations were like, we ain't carrying this tomfoolery, this garbage. This is the devil's work. Not carrying it on our channel. Look where we are now.
Boy, we've come a ways. We've come a ways. Man, let me tell you, yeah, this is something. So let's see. We hit some new lows. This is what Kimmel said. We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. So that's what he said. Yeah, right after the assassination of Charlie. And ABC calls it insensitive. Boy, switch it. Mm-hmm. Boy, I keep telling them, just say it's a BLM protest and they'll support it.
I mean,
hey, those red hats with white letters saying MAGA, that really means BLM. They'd be all in.
And let's reiterate something that Erica Kirk said yesterday. Mm-hmm. They assassinated Charlie Kirk. No one rioted. No one destroyed anyone's property. No one broke anything. No one protested. People went about their day and grieved as normal people do.
Yeah.
So, again, I just want to point that out.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. And this dude was a leader of a movement. Just saying. I'm just throwing that out there, too. Man. But ABC. So, guys, I mean, very out of touch. If anything, like we can move on past the Charlie Kirk comment, just the and everything else he said. Just the whole comedians going wild, Did y'all not? Stephen Colbert's, he's CBS, right? Mm-hmm. Get the memo, ABC, but hey, pocketbooks, they're capitalists. We'll see.
They're going to do the same thing. They'll let Kimmel run out his contract and take him out.
Okay, maybe so. All right, guys, stick around. Phone lines are going to be open. Can't wait to hear from you. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. Broadcasting live from the KPEL studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Also broadcasting live on Rumble. Get over there to rumble.com. I want to see you over there. Look up the Josh Guillory Show. Phone lines are open. Let's see, 232-1542, 844-766-6607. Right before we go to the phone lines, let me read this to you. This is a Facebook post from Speaker Mike Johnson. It's about 4 hours ago. Every House Republican voted to condemn the murders of Democrat state lawmakers in Minnesota. Every House Republican voted to condemn the murders of Democrat state lawmakers in Minnesota. Yet, more than half, 118, of House Democrats refused to join us, which would be the GOP delegation, those House Republicans, in voting to condemn the murder of Charlie. 58 voted no, and the rest abstained. The speaker says it speaks volumes.
It's disgusting is what it is. Like,
every House Republican voted, rightfully so, to condemn the murders of Democrat state lawmakers in Minnesota. 58 refused. 58 voted no. Voted no to condemn the murders of Charlie Kirk, or the murder of.
how'd our Louisiana Democrats do?
Well, I have to see. I know one for sure. The other one, well, it's election. All right, let's see here. Who we going to?
Mr. Bobby.
Let's go to Mr. Bobby. What you got?
Oh, there we go.
There you go, Bobby. What you got, buddy?
You know that AOC, she needs to watch her step, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because
Okay.
she's got free-range chickens in her yard.
All right. What you
She's gonna step into the shit.
Oh, Mr. Bobby! God dang it! All right, let me once again
Oh, no, man,
remind
I'm going to
everyone.
get fined for that.
And you cannot say certain words over the air on the radio. That being one of them.
Don't do it.
Mr. Bobby, you pause for the day. Oh man.
All right, let's go. Warren, what you got, Warren?
That was pretty good. You know, before a farmer can have a harvest, he got to separate the wheat from the tares. That's what we're seeing in these votes, Josh. And that little coward, I hope they put him in general population. That would be very, very touching. You know, you talking about making a sandwich. He gonna get a welcoming committee. They gonna make him a jam and mayonnaise sandwich, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
Warren.
What's
What?
y'all acting up
Right at the
today?
end? Come on. What he's talking about. All
I
right, let's
know.
see here. Who we going? Let's see.
We got Renee.
Renee!
Keep it PG,
Come
man.
on, Ray. Ray, let's go, baby.
Yeah, hey, everyone was worried about the Me Too movement. You know, Harvey Weinstein, they knew what he was up to. They make jokes at the award place, one woman to another. Oh, the only woman didn't have to sleep for her award with Harvey Weinstein. You know, I'm going to take that one step further. Everyone knows what George Soros is doing. I've been to the court as a victim. I can empathize with that woman on the subway that just got killed, and they want to bury that underneath because the justice system's messed up, and you know, it's all messed up. You know, that's why we need to cage Magneto 2026. He has a dirty trail, and if we find out he's socially engineered, all right, somebody's been killed, then guillotine, Magneto 2026.
All right. Thank you, Renee.
All right.
Appreciate the call. Let's see here. Caller, you are live on the Josh Guillory Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? That's you, caller. What you got? Oh, that's you. What you got? Okay. All right. Well,
Guess not.
call back. Okay. So, which one you want to cover there? The chicken one? AOC?
Man. Oh, they're trying again. Let's see.
All right. Caller, you are live on the Josh Guillory Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
It's not Gerald Young.
Okay. Is this? Yep. You're live. Go ahead.
I'm not in the dash.
Okay.
All right.
Seems like we had a wrong number. We're not that guy.
No.
Man, I was going to play along with it. I don't know. Maybe I'll order a pizza or something.
And Joe Biden's lost memory is right. George Carlin had the list of the words you can't say on TV. He had a whole spiel about it, and we will not be airing it.
Oh, yeah. All right. right.
Ugh.
Good deal. Lots of comments on Rumble, man. Go check us out at rumble.com. Certainly appreciate that. All right, let's start another little topic here. Something that maybe maybe you don't see this one, but I stumbled across and I thought it was kind of interesting. So this one comes over here from Business Insider. President Trump's new executive order, one of his many executive orders, but this is relatively new. Well, it has Silicon Valley, our little friends over there, in a little bit of a panic. So the executive order requires companies to pay a $100,000 fee for each new H-1B visa petition. Okay, so $100,000, you want one of these immigrants to lawfully come over here and work on in a very specific scope, certain things. You can do that under this executive order. You can do it, but you have to pay a fee, $100,000.
Very exclusive, very elite. But we don't like the elites.
So the announcement dropped right before the weekend, Friday night, and it caused chaos immediately. On an Emirates flight, no joke, on an Emirates flight out of San Francisco, dozens of H-1B holders literally walked off after urgent emails from employers like the big ones, Microsoft, Google, things like that. They warned them not to travel. By Saturday, the White House cleared it up. Hey. That fee's only for new petitions. You guys are good, not for renewals. So those guys are at least good, but still, they're in a little tiff over there in Silicon Valley. What the heck's going on? Tech giants rely heavily on the program. In 2024 alone, these are pretty big numbers. Check this out. Microsoft and Google, I'll stay with them since I referenced them, each applied for more than 5,000 visas. About 70% of H-1Bs go to Indian nationals. Just a fact. Big tech says they'll pay if they must, but startups, they're starting to sound the alarm. Not necessarily, I don't know if you'd call it mom and pop. I don't know if that really is the appropriate term, but startups, sure, we can all wrap our arms around that, especially in the tech sector. Venture capital leaders warn that a $100,000 fee could price small companies out of the talent market. I could see that. Critics of the program say abuse, however, so the program before, no $100,000 fine, all that. Well, critics of that say there's been abuse, and it's been rampant. I mean, I just wrote, look, I just said all the numbers. 5,000 visas, that's just between Microsoft and Google. And that's just in 2024. So critics say all this abuse been there. Companies laying off Americans. I mean, this is under this current program, okay? Or the program before President Trump's executive order Friday. Just so you're equipped, my dear teammates, my dear audience. So, when you start to see the left talk about he's killing jobs, he's killing small people, small businesses, he's killing small startups in the tech sector or whatnot, no. Companies have been laying off Americans while hiring cheaper foreign workers for quite some time on that program. President Trump just framed the fee as a way to protect U.S. jobs and ensure H-1Bs go only to the best of the best. And that's what it was designed. H-1B is a very special visa. I heard Congressman Higgins give some talks on that, man. He does a good job of that. His staff's really good, too. So, but yeah, look, let's take a tiny little break. When we get back, guys, we'll finish this little topic. I want to give a few little nuggets. You never know. You might be in some discussions. Got to arm us with truth. Be right back. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We're broadcasting live from the KPEL studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Also on Rumble.com. I see you over there. Appreciate you guys. Rumble.
And I gotta say, to Siva Sir 12, I am not the person doing the voice of the pirate on the Lotto scratch ticket commercial. But if that person sounds like me, I gotta go check it out.
Yeah.
Scratch it.
Yeah. Do you have a side gig?
I would. Let me know.
Yeah, man.
Should I be getting paid for this?
I love it. I love it. And some acronyms were thrown over there, the chat over there at Rumble. All right, let's stay on the phone line, 232-1542. Outside of Acadiana, 844-766-6607. You can be just like my buddy Justin. What's up, Justin? What you got today?
Hey, not too much, guys. Y'all hit on this a minute ago. You know, winning just over half of the popular vote in 2024, it's very disheartening to have the President of the United States to get up there and say, essentially, that he hates half of the American people. I mean, I would not expect that from you. You know, you won by, you lost your election right at half. I mean, it was very close. I didn't hear you come out and say that you hate half of Lafayette Parish. It's very disheartening.
Well, that's a fair point, Justin, and I appreciate you, brother. Probably a lot of folks would. There's enough that are anti-Trump that would grab onto that argument just because it's an easy one. Okay, I don't think that's what the president meant at all. I know that's not what he meant. Yeah, but I do believe him when he said that.
I think he was speaking in
I think he was speaking about probably 20 people,
Yeah.
and I believe he believes that, and I'm praying for him on that.
And he said my opponent, and I think meaning anytime I have an opponent in something, I'm
Like specifics.
heavy against it.
Yeah. Little Marco. Oh, we kissed and made up. All right. Mr. Blue Wave. Wait, what you got, Mr. Blue Wave?
3 prediction. Number 1, I did predict Jimmy Kimmel will be back.
You just told you he'd be back.
No, he did predict that.
Oh, yeah.
Midterm, we're going to take over.
No.
And John Bell Edwards. And don't forget Landry in governor.
Oh, well, you said he was
Democrat.
That's it.
Bye.
Hey, we'll have to pull up the tape. I think Mr. Blue Wave did call it last week. I think he said Kimmel was coming back on.
I also said he was coming back on. I didn't think it'd be this quick. I thought it'd be at least a few months.
Less than a week.
Golly.
Less than a week.
Didn't even have time to recover from that. Jimmy Kimmel. Like, what's he gonna talk? What's he gonna say?
What's your intro? Like, yeah, what do you? It's weird.
And you know everybody's gonna tune in. He's gonna get a ratings bump.
I ain't tuning in.
I'll watch the clips the next day.
I watched the clips on Fox News.
I will be curious to see if he shows any remorse whatsoever.
He's not.
Like, he is a bad person.
That's arrogance right there, man. Not even apologize. You don't even want to acknowledge. You don't even want to acknowledge.
And what was all this show about? Oh, I'm getting Italian citizenship. Go to Italy.
But denounce yours here.
But just go. Like, if you hate it so much, leave.
Yeah. One way to. Didn't Ellen do it? Didn't Ellen go?
Rosie moved to Ireland. I don't know where Ellen is.
Did they kick her back yet?
Just trying to drink all their whiskey. I don't get it.
Oh my goodness. Hey, you want to go back to these H-1Bs?
Yeah.
You know, look, it's important. I mean, it's something, it's something we don't normally talk about, but this is another approach that the president is doing. I mean, he's hitting American jobs at every single angle that he possibly can. Yes, I'm not going to agree with them, and I don't like everything the man says, but okay, a lot of folks don't like what I say. I get it. I don't like what my wife says sometimes. She don't like what I say sometimes, but you know what? We move on. But for decades here in this country, though, we talk about, for 30 or 50 years, we switched from a manufacturing to a service-related economy. That was actually 125 years ago. But last 34 years, just this free trade and where America is getting taken advantage of, all that stuff. Well, and these specialized, skilled worker industries, there's a fight there too. And we said earlier, just between those two companies alone, Microsoft, Google, there were over 5,000 applicants just last year for this special H-1B1 program. But big tech under this program, make no qualms about it, big tech has built a business model that leans heavily on the H-1B program to undercut American wages. Sound familiar? Come on now. They say it's about specialized skills. But time and again, we've seen American workers replaced. Everyone can think of that. Everyone can think of an example. So Trump's executive order goes like right straight to that abuse. Right to it. And $100,000, it's not an accident. It forces these companies to actually put real skin in the game. If a worker is truly irreplaceable, a company like Google or Microsoft, they can pay that fee. If they're truly irreplaceable. But if the goal was just to fill cubicles with cheaper labor, that model ends like Friday. Well, at least while this president's the president. Startups, may say that they can't compete. But American startups should be built by Americans first, not by an immigrant that's here on a visa. That's not a business model. If the best of the best from abroad want in, fine. But the days of gaming the system has got to be over. And this is the topic that we don't talk about a lot, and that's the specialized skilled labor force. Media out there is calling it chaos. I personally call it correction, not chaos, something that should have been done in the past. Why are we just now talking about this? Why are we the only show probably in America talking about this?
I just love Liberty Lovers comments.
What?
Italy in a few months.
They're not sending their best.
Did they have escalator over there? Are they going to come down?
They're not sending us their best. Kimmel's not the best.
All right, guys, stick around, man. Hour number 2 right around the corner. We're going to have so much fun. Jamie, don't go anywhere. and gentlemen, welcome to hour number 2 of the Josh Guillory Show. We are broadcasting live from the KPEL studios. We're broadcasting live from rumble.com. I remain your grateful host, and this guy right here, my main man, he's still over there.
Here I am.
And I never know what button he's going to press.
Oh, loud.
Get him now.
Ow. Martha Jean, pipe down.
Ooh. All right, let's switch topics now. Yo, what?
Real quick, Martha Jean, I got to say.
Oh, yeah.
I was out in Delcom this week.
All right.
Big shout out to Hogs for Cause and the raising money for children with pediatric brain cancer and all that.
Okay.
And Martha Jean was well behaved.
All right.
There was no nudity. There was no. It was in the morning.
Right.
But, around lunchtime. But she did good. She did good.
When she started,
I was proud of her.
She won the cakewalk at a church fair recently too.
Stop it.
Absolutely.
They let her?
And well behaved. But they were they were giving away stuff.
Now she was going through they had Bloody Marys out there. People
Oh,
they
Lord.
weren't eating their celery and stuff. She was
Yeah,
going in the garbage picking up. It was
embarrassing.
Yeah.
You got to live and learn. But you know.
And look, we had to eat like 10 hamburgers, right?
Yep.
And the parts I didn't eat, she's like, that in a little container for me, babe. I was like, all right. Whatever, Martha Jean.
Woo, well, at least they did let her back into Delcom. So, all right. Highway 14 has never looked the same.
Nope.
Let's go to Israel and Palestine and world leaders and wherever this conversation takes us. You never know. All right. So, article I read today was from CBS News. You may have seen this. The United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, they all announced that they are recognizing a Palestinian state. Now, this would line them up with more than 140 other countries, despite strong opposition, clearly from Israel and from President Trump in the United States. So, little facts here. British Prime Minister Starmer said that the decision is meant to revive hope for peace. Man, let me start somewhere. Mr. Prime Minister, if I may, please go look at one of your predecessors, and then there's this guy named Hitler, all right? Go look at how one of your predecessors chose to deal with Hitler. Appeasement, weakness, cowardness. If we just leave them alone, they'll leave us alone. No. These people want world domination, and you ain't their kind, Mr. Prime Minister. Anyway, they want to revive hope for peace while insisting, don't worry, guys, Hamas can have no role in the government. Please? They said please. They said they would. They double pinky swore. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney said his country recognizes the state of Palestine and offered partnership in building a peaceful future. Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese said it was part of a coordinated push for a two-state solution. I will agree with him on that. It was a coordinated push for a two-state solution. I will agree. He's the only one that said at least a factual statement. The other is just full of weakness. Israel Prime Minister Bibi, Benjamin Netanyahu, blasted the move, calling it a reward for Hamas and vowing a Palestinian state will not happen west of the Jordan River. President Trump, during his state visit to Britain last week, disagreed openly with Starmer, making clear the U.S. does not support recognition. France, we already covered. Other European nations, they may join at the UN General Assembly this week. What you got? What you got over there?
So much. Here's my thing. 100%, and I'm going to, whatever word you want to apply to me, Zionist, whatever, I 100% believe that Israel has the right to exist and should exist and will always will. I do believe that this has gone on for too long. It's been almost 2 years. We're talking about an area that like few square miles in size. Israel's got a formidable military.
Yeah.
So the fact that 2 years now they've not been able to go in and quell this I mean, come on now. There's got to be an end to it. And if you, again, I do support Israel and their right to protect themselves, but then be done with it. Go in and finish it.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't understand that either. But you know, in Israel's defense, they just had the green light to do this January 20th of this year. They have been handcuffed for the last 3 years of the war, or 4.
Again, though, you've got millions of people who are starving and dying right now, and I guarantee those millions of people are not the ones.
So you think
attacking you.
Palestine should be recognized, and that would cure it?
I think the war should end.
But do you, at the expense of Palestine being declared its own state? You think that'll end the war?
No, I think Israel just going and taking out Hamas once and for all.
No. This is the thing. See, all these pundits. No, this is good. Keep it up. Keep your thought. Very rational, very objective over there. But a lot of folks across the country right now, we just all talk about it like, oh, we should do this, we should do that, we shouldn't do this. No matter what, I want you to understand something. People are dying. Whatever choice Netanyahu makes, people are dying. Whatever choice, 2-state, 1-state, people are dying. The choice is who dies. I'm not sugarcoating it. That's the reality.
Yeah, but
No, really. I want people to understand the gravity of what our decisions are as a country. We're really saying who's going to die, because there's no great solution here. There's no great end here, okay? It's just, so where are we going to go? So now we got to ask, what's in America's best interest? And my fear is anything other than standing with Israel without an ounce of daylight between us is a step towards appeasement. And when you appease evil, they never give back. They only take, and they take from good. So that's my thoughts on it. And it may seem extreme, but I am giving you the reality that no matter what, people are dying. There is no option where no one dies. And if you can find that option where no one dies, please tell me.
Man, that's crazy talk.
There's
no option where no one dies? Yes, there is.
No, not right now. Not right now.
But there could be.
Not right now. No, your choice. It's a binary choice. Do the same thing or do different. Okay? So we can't do the same thing because that wasn't working. So now we got to do something different. What does that look like? Right now, that means no matter what choice people are dying, you have to choose which ones. That's a heavy decision, but that is what the world leaders are making a decision on right now. Which one, however, who's asking which one's best for America? And I only know one person. All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We're broadcasting live from the KPEL studios here in Acadiana. Also broadcasting live on Rumble. I want to see you over there, Rumble. All right, hey, Truckatera, I got to give you a shout out. I wanted to give you a shout out last segment. Yeah, you're right. Trump was not talking about half the country. Yeah, I get it. I agree with you. Mm-hmm. All right, so, and thank you for listening, and we know what project you're working on.
And thanks for working on Buc-ee's. Everybody's worried about that.
I was going to make it an inside, like, hey,
thank you. Oh, she already announced.
Oh, that's true.
She knows.
Yeah.
That's our peeps.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And is Martha, question 8 asking, is Martha, I think that's, isn't it, is Martha Jean real?
Hey, we've been talking about it for a year and a half. Martha Jean is Martha Jean.
Martha Jean is unreal.
Yeah, she's unreal. All right. So we're talking about Israel, talking about Palestine, getting all deep over there. So, I don't know. So you think a two-state?
I don't listen. Stop putting words in my mouth. You got people writing in thinking I want, like J-Mac says, yes, Jamie, it needs to end, but a two-state solution will make a mini Iran next to Israel. The Israelis want to exist in peace and allow freedom. Let's just say there are those that will do everything. Listen, I got you. But I listen. This is what I was telling Josh in the break. Israel's got an army, right? They got a military. Palestine doesn't have a military. Hamas, they're a rebel group, right? Can we agree on that?
Which makes it even more reason not to give Palestine a state.
And I no one said anything about giving them a state. Listen, I just think that Israel, if they want to stop, go in there, put your troops in there, occupy it, but do it in a way that is reasonable for the people who live there.
So you're saying bleep or get off the pot?
I'm saying stop, like, in the bloodshed.
What does that look? Okay, what does that look like? It's this. This is what I'm saying. I get you. We're talking at a 50,000 foot viewpoint. Okay, and it's real peaceful up here, 50,000 foot. You know what I mean? But down on the ground, there's like real blood from real people and real lives being lost. And either decision, more people will die. That's what these guys are deciding. It ain't peaches. It ain't sherbet. But that's the reality. So what does that look like? I want the war to end. Okay, well, one way, we're not doing this. One way is to nuke them all. All right. That would end the war, but that's not what we're doing because that would be horrible for humanity and for reasons. Okay, so cross that one off. The other end of the spectrum is, well, everybody stop, two-state solution, and just the polar opposite of nuke them. All right, well, we know that would bring, I don't think that brings peace at all, but let's say that would bring peace for 5 minutes or whatever, okay. But we don't want to do that for obvious reasons. So somewhere in there is the middle. I don't know. But right now, my viewpoint is there has to be not an ounce of daylight between the United States and Israel right now. That's my take on it. 100%. Not because I like everything Israel's doing. Not because I think that they couldn't do it in a more peaceful way or a more humane way. I'm just saying you have one or two options, man. You're either with Israel or you're not. You be you. Prime Minister UK, you go be you, you little appeaser. Go ahead, baby. Go speak to Prime Minister Chamberlain. Go read a little history of your country. Anyway. No, seriously, go look how he dealt with it. That's what I see from this English prince.
You'd be better off asking Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah. Actually, the Prince of Wales probably has more courage than the dang prime minister.
So answer me this. Why has Israel not been able to go in and secure a 2 or 5 square mile piece of land? Like, it's been 2 years. You're talking about a nuclear equipped military. Mm-hmm. They need to use a nuke, obviously. But I'm saying they have capacity. I mean, shoot, we get stuff from them for our military. So how is there...
Yeah,
See, we went into Kuwait the first time and ended that war in, 90 days? They can't go into this strip of land and quell it?
Well, do you think they're not doing it? Why do you think they're not doing it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Maybe they just... I don't know.
I don't know
I'd love
either.
to know.
I don't know either. Let's open up the phone lines early.
Let's do
it. You got to stay on topic, though. All right, let's see here. Who are we going to?
Let's go to Renee's.
Renee, go for it.
It's
Israel.
very obvious. It's always been obvious the whole time Israel been around. It's political restraints. That's why they're not doing it. They could do lots of things. They are a footprint for America. Most of their people have relatives over here. Netanyahu been to our colleges. Our college, good thing he didn't get radicalized over there when he came here. I mean, when he came to college, good thing he wasn't radicalized.
that?
I mean,
He didn't take any courses.
except most of their relatives here are pro-American, but a lot of them are some commies, unlike Israel, who has daily life or death experiences that kind of makes them more noble than their relatives over here in America. It's us or them. I mean, when Iran stopped sending them supplies and all of Iran's proxies stopped sending them supplies and soldiers, then we could do something. And what you expect from a British man whose country allows all their little girls and boys to be in London to be whores for the immigrants, Muslimic radical immigrants. You can't expect nothing good from stupid people like that.
All right. Well, okay. Moving on over. Thank you, Renee, as always. All right, caller, you were live on the Josh Guillory Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this Kill Switch from Iraq.
What up, Kill Switch?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Man, what's up?
Israel, they help feed them people. Never before in history has a country been at war with another country or another faction and then give them food.
It's a good point.
Try to take care of them. Everything that goes to the Palestinians has to go through a Hamas funnel. And I agree with Renee. It's political restraint holding Israel back.
Yeah.
The world.
Agreed.
And Jamie, I got a bone to pick with you real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I went out to the burger battle in Dolcom Saturday.
Yeah, I was there.
Man, I got there at 12 o'clock. Huh? Sorry?
Oh, I left a little.
I got there at 12 o'clock, man. Look, and they said, "Oh, he's gone. He judged and left."
Look, I was hurting,
Man,
Kill
who
Switch.
judges and doesn't wait for the outcome, man?
I was hurting, man. I had to
Yeah.
eat 10 hamburgers.
Well, Martha Jean helped you out.
Martha Jean helped me out.
And
Martin
she is
P scared you off, huh?
Yeah,
she's
exactly. Look,
unreal.
when she showed up, that's when I was like, I got to get
Unreal.
going.
I love it. Thanks,
No,
Kill
but,
Switch.
Hey, real quick,
What's that? What's up?
Palestine sounds like Philistines to me, buddy. All right, later.
Thank you. You know, I made that mistake one time. You corrected me. All right, let's see here. Who are we going to? Jerry. What's up, Jerry?
Oh, not too much. I agree with what you're saying. It's easy for us to be over here in the high life, as they say.
Yeah.
Making all these decisions in our brain about what's best for what folks. But the reality is that let's take away the hearts and emotions out of this. I'd hate to be on the side they're on, but their country, the Palestinians, have no leader, and they've been hijacked. And why would you want to give them more country? They still can't handle the one that they have. The little strip they have, they're telling you boldly that, no, we're not the ones throwing those missiles at Israel.
Yeah.
We're not the ones doing this. We're not the ones doing that. Well, who's running your country that's getting you involved in a war? You don't even know who's running the Palestinians. So why would we want them to exist as a country? Take the damn thing away from them. Put a freaking mall up right there, and let nature do what it does.
Make Gaza great again, baby. Let's go. All right. Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate you. All right. Stick around. We got one more to go. If you're on hold, we're coming right back. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show, broadcasting live from the KPEL studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana. We're also broadcasting live on Rumble. There you go, rumble.com. I want to see you over there. You can also go to all of our socials. Check us out over there on rumble.com, the Josh Guillory Show. All right, we're going to open up the phone lines again, 232-1542, 844-766-6607. So we're talking about Israel, Palestine, all that stuff. I think it is important to note, when we say Israel, and look, all the scholars, the theologians, the historians, and all the folks, feel free to call in and correct me if I'm wrong, going from memory here. But I know some truths. So Israel, as we see Israel, the country of Israel. Let's take a little history, all right? So you go back to Abraham, founder of many faiths, okay? Islam, tied to Islam, tied to Judaism, tied to Christianity, okay? So Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all right? Jacob had 12 sons. We call those who turned into the 12 tribes of Israel, okay? Those 12 tribes, they were there for a while, centuries. Eventually, they get a king. God gives them a king. You may have heard of one of them, David. Saul was the first one, David's the second one, Solomon, all that stuff, okay? Then fast forward to about the 700s, a little bit after David's time, about 200 years later, then Israel splits up. You got the northern kingdom, and then you got the southern kingdom. The southern kingdom primarily focuses on Judah because God made a covenant with Israel, covenant with David, that his line would stay through. So even when Israel turned its back on God, God preserved a remnant. The tribe of Judah, the tribe of Benjamin was in Judah, and then the Levites, which were descendants of Aaron, the priests, and things like that. So you fast forward to about the 500 BC, and then that southern kingdom, Judah, is conquered by Babylon. If you go back 700 BC, 700s, the northern kingdom was conquered by Assyria. So now we're still in that southern kingdom. You fast forward, the folks are allowed to come back, build the wall, build Jerusalem, rebuild the temple. Then you go to Jesus' time. Rome has then conquered that. Judah kind of changes its name a little bit. Judea, I'm totally butchering that. There's a lot of things that happen to make that happen. All right. And then also a few little tidbits. The northern kingdom, after they're taken in about conquered in about the 700s, okay, BC, they kind of don't exist anymore. They're lost in history. We don't hear anything about them. But what Jesus is referring to as Israel, now I'm not going to speak for Jesus, but in that time, the Pharisees, okay, the Jewish leaders would still recognize, I would imagine, the 12 tribes, but that whole 9.5 tribes in the northern kingdom would not be necessarily a thing. They would be focusing on Judah. Anyway, so that goes for a while. And then the southern kingdom, then those tribes, they're not lost to history. They're not lost to history. I mean, Paul was a Benjaminite, one of the few referenced folks, not to get too nerdy, but then that kind of goes away. Then fast forward all the way past World War I, all the way past World War II, then to 1948, and now we have Israel, the country as we know it, okay? So it has nothing to do with the 12 tribes, at least, on paper, because it is designed to be a secular country. That was after the war, the winners, the Allied forces, got together and they carved out this geopolitical political subdivision in that region, and it does encompass a lot of the historical sites. So that's the secular definition, maybe mixed with some spiritual stuff with biblical references. It's not easy, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I just kind of gave a Cliff Note version of my appreciation. Feel free to sharpshoot me and tell me where I'm wrong, but for the most part, pretty accurate there. So it does, when you look at it from a spiritual standpoint, it can be real easy to say, oh, I support Israel. And I don't know the answer to the question, is this the Israel of the Bible? I just gave you history. Okay, you make the decision. I don't care. Makes it easy. Love him, love each other. Jesus Christ is the only way to God the Father. It's very, very easy truth. Very easy truth.
What do you say to the mantra that Israel's not a place, it's the people?
I've heard it. Yeah, hey, I've heard it, and I don't know. Well, so I would say it depends.
Yeah, I mean,
No, really, it depends because you can't. It's hard. I don't like. You can't go to a BB and say, "Hey, what tribe of Israel are you?" I mean, he might be able to know. He might know personally. His family may just have that history, but it's not a thing like it was.
mhm.
Like Levite. When I say Levite, the Levi tribe, that's a thing. That means something.
Yeah.
That one specifically means something different than the other 11. I will say that. And remember, there's 2 half tribes of Joseph. Joseph is divided in 2. Go ahead.
Well, Israel, it could be said is one of the, if not the oldest countries on the planet. So by this time, they should have figured out a way to go in there. Listen, why don't they do?
Let me finish this though on the spiritual side, okay? I'm with you on that. We are a people, okay? We are a people. There's some truth to that. I'm a Gentile. You're a Gentile. But through our salvation through Jesus Christ, we are grafted in. Literally, that's what the New Testament will tell you. We're grafted in to that bigger family of Israel. So we are also people of Israel. If you have been saved, you've been grafted in. Just saying. All right. Let's see. Now your thought though. Now in back here and fighting wars on Earth. Okay, because that's a different war I was talking about. But yeah, why don't they just go in there? I don't know. I really don't know. So why doesn't BB? Hey, genuine question. Jamie's asking it. Lots of people are asking it. 2 square miles?
It's something like that.
2 square miles, guys.
Now, they are going. They did, and this was just announced recently, in recent weeks, that they are going to start going in there to occupy. But again, I go back to why didn't you do this October 13th?
I can answer
you know, and then I would also go back to look at what Trump's doing. He sent the National Guard into D.C. Seriously, I mean, to curb crime. Yeah, this is a little different, but it's a smaller footprint. You've got more troops, deadlier troops that could go in, do some sweeps, and call it a day.
Yeah,
and establish some security in there, and just then you start the work of figuring out who's in charge, who's going where, what's going to become this or that. But secure the area first, stop the killing, and then let's talk.
Man, that's such a good point. So on the October 7th thing, like, why now? Why now? Why not then? Very easy answer. Donald Trump now, Joe Biden then. There was no way BB had any kind of green light. And let's face it, the world elites thought Biden was going to win re-election or Harris was going to win. I really believe they were dug in with that. And I don't know. I have nothing to back
He
me
didn't
on
need
that.
permission to defend his country.
No, but you said it. Another caller said it. Someone on the chat said it. It's political pushback. I mean, BB was on an island. Israel was on an island when President Biden was the president. It was, and a lot of our allies were on an island. Okay, and that's why he couldn't go. He had to walk on so many eggshells. I mean, you had a president of the United States that wouldn't even condemn these little thug wannabe terrorists on college campuses. I mean, this is absurd. Now, to your point about the National Guard and that analogy, very good point. And I would say it would be even easier for Prime Minister Netanyahu because he doesn't have this pesky U.S. Constitution that would prohibit him from doing it.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, go in there. Do what you got to do. Now, somebody made
you can't say that. Do what you got to do. What does that mean? See, all this stuff.
But
telling
listen,
you.
Trucker Tara made a good point. She says because of the hostages, they can't go in like that with all the hostages that are there. Now, that may have been the case back when it first started, but I think there's like less than 20. And it is expected that most of them probably are no longer alive. So, again, you can't hold them hostage forever. We got to either go in and get who's left. And again, 2 square mile area. Why have they not been able to pinpoint where they are at this point? The problem is Hamas will go in and they'll set up shop in a place like a hospital or a place where people live and gather. But Israel's so fed up that they're just, regardless of what the location is, Hamas is there. They're blowing it up, period. There's collateral damage.
Yeah,
man.
I think they had to make a decision. I mean, look, I know we're getting to a break, but I think they had to make a decision. Or I don't know. I'll pose this question and we'll go to break. But is it possible? Is it possible that Netanyahu and his team calculated the casualties of an all-out Mount offensive, 2 miles of urban warfare, door to door, floor to floor? Not easier said than done. So maybe the casualties were less by hitting the hospital. Hey, man, horrible decisions, and I wish I had more time to finish this thought. Stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We're broadcasting live from the KPEL studios over here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Also broadcasting live on Rumble, rumble.com. Go check us out, the Josh Guillory Show. For all your Rumble folks, yes, I did change. Thank you for noticing.
No one noticed.
Well, they noticed last time, and I wanted to preempt them. Yes, this is the same episode.
And he's going to the gym after, so
hey, got to keep up.
promote that health.
Got to keep up with my team. Yeah, I have Dr. Kevin. I want to impress him, over Dr. Kevin's Wellness Clinic. All right, we're talking about Israel. We're talking about a whole bunch of stuff regarding Israel, talking about England, United Kingdom, and Australia, and all these countries. Yes. Say, why not give Palestine a state? We don't know who's going to run it. Oh, but they promise Hamas won't. All right, let's go to Warren. Warren's going to tell us what's up. What's up, Warren? Oh, no, you went to Renee. Oh, sorry, Renee. What you got? Real quick, Renee, about 20 seconds. Go.
I think it gives him the political leverage to bomb Iran, go to Lebanon, and maybe control the George Soros woke communists he's got that could destabilize his government. Yes.
All right. Hey, thank you, Renee. Got to get you in quick. Just got a lot of opportunities. All right, Warren, what you got, Warren?
Wasn't it Ishmael? Wasn't it Ishmael and the handmaiden and rejection? They sent them on their way. They've been fighting 6,000 years, and they ain't going to quit.
Hey, yeah, Warren, that's a lot of folks. I don't think there's a distinct tie there. There's a tie for sure, but it's not as cut and dry as like 12 tribes of Israel, 12 tribes of Ishmael. There are some descendants, of course, in the Arabic region that are absolutely tied, not tied not only to Ishmael, but also to Esau as well. So, all right. Oh, okay, so we had some callers. Call back, 232-1542. So all these countries recognizing a Palestinian state, cool. Hamas is going to run it.
Look,
Hamas is going to run it, if not some other terrorist group. They're weak.
I don't understand. I think Israel just needs to occupy it.
Yeah. Okay. See, so that's war hawkish.
That's not war hawkish. It's to prevent war. Like you maintain control. They can live a nice, beautiful life.
Hey,
just be cool.
Has anybody ever thought about just do a seize? Just do a siege. Siege them. They're in your own land. Siege them. Take care of them. Siege them.
Yeah. I mean, why?
That tells me either somebody's working with them or that tunnel system is a hell of a lot more complicated than we think.
It just seems to me that these are small strips of land. Just go get them.
Ooh, I don't know.
Call it a day. Go get them. Stop the fighting. Move the people where you need to move them. Just be done with it.
Yeah, and the military. So the Israeli military, I would imagine, could handle that. We just said about urban warfare. That's tough.
They have conscription there, so there's no shortage of soldiers.
You raise a very good point, because even if there are tunnels, which we know they're tunnels, but even if the tunnels are way more complicated than our intelligence shows, well, you just occupy one at a time. You know what I mean? Meaning occupy one building at a time. Explore the tunnels.
The Mexico-U.S. border is what? 600 miles? It's long.
It's long.
They got tunnels.
Yeah.
That's some tunnels.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So I think a couple mile strip you can manage. I'd do a sweep.
You're right about that.
Do some geo.
Hey, I'm not saying it. Matter of fact, the more we say it, the more questions I think I might have. Because you're right. I guess we can't just say that. I mean, they go in there. That's a lot. That's something. If Israel goes in there and occupies the Gaza Strip, and I'm talking,
they are.
No, I mean like free. What you're talking about, dominance. They're all out. You know what I mean? And there's no question. There's no question who controls is what I'm saying. I think the domino effect of that is very great. Not saying that couldn't be the decision, but it's a lot to go into that.
Are Muslims allowed to live in Israel?
Well, yeah.
Okay, then. I would say fold them in, make them part of the country. Y'all live together, figure it out.
That's what Netanyahu's saying. I mean, he's not saying eliminate him. Remember, this is. Well, he's not saying.
His actions are saying eliminate him.
Well, we're using a pronoun, and the left is getting excited by them.
Not pronouns. Not they them.
Yeah, I forgot what context we're saying.
We're talking about BB wanting to fold them into
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he doesn't want them being Hamas. He wants them,
the people,
peaceful people that are just in the land. Yes, but that's not who he's dealing with.
and that's got to be what the people want too. I mean, if they don't want it, then tough for them. But
It is a horrible situation over there. I am just telling you, this move by the United Kingdom and these other countries, just appeasing the small group that's calling for the few loud that manipulate the masses. You're appeasing to them. You're appeasing to them. And England, of all people, you should know. Just go look at your history. You have actually been here before. You could prevent something really bad if you stopped acting like you did back before World War II. All right, guys. Whew, I wish we had so much more time. My goodness, this flew by. Hey, guys, thank you so much for joining.